No matter what team they have, there's still that expectation to win.
So tonight we're starting at 165, and
so it looks like we have Brandon Krone with Minnesota and Bryce Martin with Indiana.
Now Brandon, one of those guys coming off of a pretty good tournament out in Las Vegas, wrestled some real quality opponents, and went really kind of deep into the tournament, deeper I think than a lot of people were expecting him to go. Got 6 matches out of the Cliff King double elimination, and then in on a real nice takedown there, and immediately throws the leg in, looking good for a tough ride here. Already got him broken down to his base.
So Krone's an Anoka, Minnesota native, and Bryce Martin from Bakersfield, California, wrestled for Olympic champ Jake Varner's dad.
Krone kind of looking to put him in some trouble here. He's got the leg in. He's got the figure 4. He's got that left knee over the leg, and that's a real great position. Yeah, it's a tough for the bottom man to be able to move your hips when a guy's covering him like that. And Krone's, there he goes. He's just using those hips to try to break him down, but he's on a real solid ride here now. Already getting up to the minute mark here in the match.
Doing a really good job of trying to keep the Indiana guys head in the mat the whole time.
There it is.
That'll wear them out.
And as well as I do, somebody takes you down quick in the first period, and then he's in a great position here to maybe finish out the period in a ride. He's a minute left in the period here, but he's going to work here.
Yeah, he's already up to almost 1:30 in riding time in the first period, and basically up right now 3-0. Martin putting him in a little bit of trouble right there, trying to get that defensive fall.
Gives himself a little bit of puts himself in a little trouble there though. Reaching back, gives Krone an opportunity to run like a really deep half, and gets a couple near fall out of it. 4-0 here, early going. 20 seconds left in the period.
I mean, one more swipe, that would have been that 4-point near fall.
4 points. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we watched a lot of matches at the Cliff Keen, and you get that 4-point near fall. It's tough.
Game changer.
It's tough to put the match in perspective. 4 points is, you can't make it up any other way than getting near fall. Takedowns and near fall. You can't do it just getting takedowns.
So into first period, we have Krone up 4-0 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds riding time. I'm not sure who chose it, but we're starting neutral on the second period. Martin in on a single.
Krone, good job blocking his hips there, squaring them up. Gets back to the square position, doing a good job, just kind of staying basic defense. I don't think he wanted to go over there, but Martin, good job getting underneath. But Krone in a really good position, and the ref stalemates it. Yep. Did a good job getting his hips square there a couple times. Martin was able to pop him up underneath, but good job by Krone holding on, just kind of waiting for the stalemate.
It's going to be interesting to see how that 4-point near fall plays out in March.
It's going to be crazy. I mean, there's a way to equalize. 3 points is a big game changer too. But
you used to have to go 3 points for 5 seconds.
Exactly, and so now it's 4 for 4, which is just you can put a match. A guy like he's not wrestling anymore. Fortunately, I think he would give a ton of people fits, but. Edinburgh.
Oh, man.
133-pounder. Name escapes me at the current moment, but that's all he did was just get on top and turn people, and then he's he's much more dangerous. A wrestler that has the capacity to do that is much more dangerous at this point. Krone kind of reverses field here.
Yeah, we got some scrambled eggs going down the mat.
Scrambled eggs. looking to get that right leg over the leg of Martin, or
and now
just
he's going
turn to the
towards
head, which
is gonna,
typically doesn't work. And looks like Martin's got that bottom leg, looking for almost like a Granby type position without the arm.
At least be able to hold on for the stalemate there.
Yeah, that's a tough position to break the arms unless Krone really gets those hips in. And end of the period, second period there. And we know now that it was Martin that chose to go neutral after he got ridden for most of the first period. Krone goes ahead and takes down. And we're in a 4-0 match, 2:18 on the ride time. So if Krone can pop up, get away, maybe get a reversal here, he's in a good position to make this match effectively 5-0. Caution there on Martin.
Right off the whistle.
Hips out.
Right off the whistle.
Hips and switch.
Martin looks for a low single. Krone reattacks right away.
Yep.
Now I keep wrestling on the edge. Both guys are going at it.
And, of course, the ref has to make the call going out of bounds, continuous action. Another one of those rule changes this year. We talked about it a little on some of the early broadcasts, but it's really becoming something that I am very fond of. Anytime the action goes out of bounds, the referee has to make a call. And I think that it is very beneficial for college wrestling to because you get these guys that sit on the edge and just
encourage people to wrestle
exactly.
more.
Let's see some
That's
more
what
wrestling.
the fans want to see. And so now Martin's in on a single. Looks like that Iranian style.
He's already got the bottom leg. He's got his leg hooked.
Ooh.
Simmons
doesn't look too happy over there, does he?
As he should not be. I think the Gopher coaches are pretty happy with the result of that.
Yeah.
But
that was a close one.
That was quick. So 1 minute left in the match. Ride time locked up. 6-0 now for Krone, and a really nice pick by Martin. That was slick.
Let's see what happens now. Martin just cut him and back on her feet. Same shot.
Shots, nearly the same result, but Krone able to.
Now we're on our feet. Here we go.
Just like you were saying, a little bit more scrambled eggs here. And Krone doing a good job, just kind of rolling around. He doesn't want to give up too much here. He's got a solid lead, 4-point lead, and Martin.
Indiana guy's looking for a pin right here.
He's trying to put him in trouble. He's
20 seconds left on the clock.
Now Krone here, I think, would be just smart just to get down, give up a takedown. You're fine to give up a takedown. You've got still a 5-point lead. Just give up the takedown, belly out. You've got the win. No reason to hang on here, but he does hang on. And
so with
no takedown.
Yeah, riding time, that's going to be 7-2 in favor of Brandon Krone.
Yeah.
So Gophers will start off the duel with 3-0 lead.
And we haven't seen him. We saw a lot earlier in the season of they had it was and so and we just saw Wyatt tonight. He's got a little funk. He's tough on top, and shoot, looked good. Against not the best quality opponent, but hey, looked good. So now we've got
number 11 ranked Nate Jackson from IU right in on a single
on wanzek. Wanzek doing a good job, just kind of keeping his whizzer there. Jackson's got that body lock, but Wanzek giving some fits, trying to finish this thing. And that's a lot of energy expended right there early in the match. Maybe not such a bad thing to happen. And Wanzek really did a great job defending that.
That was a deep shot right off the whistle.
Yep.
Now Wanzek's in. Jackson does a good job defending.
Wanzek did a really good job, though, getting by the hands there. Pass by, and here he is.
A single again.
Pass by, right to a single leg. Trips. Still on the single. Again, Jackson, great job defending. We've seen some
This
great
is going to
defense.
be a good match right here.
I'm liking it so
A
far.
lot of action.
Yep.
Chain wrestling. And Nate Jackson appears to be probably the leader or best guy on Indiana's roster.
Yep, I think we would both agree with that. He's the only guy ranked on their team, but he's had some great matches, some good wins this season so far.
I do remember watching him last year at Big Tens and at the NCAA tournament. And I think he made it to, the round of 16 last year?
Yep, sure did.
And he's in on a single, trying to switch off to a double, where he does secure the takedown. So we have Nate Jackson, I believe he's from Illinois, is up 2-0.
120 in the match, getting to 15 seconds of riding time here for Jackson.
Surprised the refs aren't making. Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Wanzek did not wrestle at Vegas, did he?
No, I don't believe he did.
But
Let's take a look at the
Rothers
media guide here.
won a few matches for the Gophers at Vegas, I
Sure
believe.
did.
First two got bonus points in one match and helped increase that team score that first day.
Yep, 2-2 out there. Wanzek did not wrestle, kind of undisclosed injury, but he's been up and down this year. He's looked good. He's looked not so good. But you know, it would be if the Gophers can get Nick Wanzek going. His high school teammate, I would venture to say really good friend on the team, Jake Short. The Gophers have seemed to have gotten him going,
right?
And he had a wonderful Vegas tournament. You know, the match before that in the duel with Okie State won a big upset. And so if these two guys can get going, all of a sudden, the Gopher team that's not supposed to be so good this year, hey, they're not so bad. And so important to get Wanzek going. Hopefully, he's 20 seconds left here on the clock. Not looking great to get out here in the first period, but hopefully he can put something together second, third period.
So right now, Nate Jackson has about 25 seconds of riding time. Wanzek's working to get that escape right at the end of the period. And Jackson will hold him down.
That's how we'll go into the second period. Jackson's decision, he goes down right away. 2-0 match score. Jackson 2, Wanzek 0. 132 ride time for your Indiana wrestler, Nate Jackson. Switch and 2.
So Jackson got a standing reversal there, and
nice execute. I mean, Wanzek kind of soft return to the mat, allowed Jackson to get his hips out, switch right around for 2, but really net 0 at this point. 4-1 match. Wanzek gets out right away.
Both guys have a collar tie and not a whole lot going on right now.
From the start, you think you're going to see a lot of action. What as a Minnesota biased announcer, what I'd really like to see Wanzek get back to is that elbow pass. He opened up
and here we go. He has that elbow control right now.
There it is. There. Gets to a leg, and he's got to finish. Got the hands locked underneath
deep.
the butt.
Nothing yet.
Nothing.
Comes across. Let's see what we got. Man.
Wow. Great defense again from Jackson. Really put himself in some situations where he could have landed up flat on his back. But hey, something to be said for knowing your body and knowing where you're at. And
look at Wanzek wants to keep the wrestling in the middle, and I just again as a Minnesota biased would like to see him get back to that elbow pass because he's got in 2 deep shots.
Yeah.
But
that was the third. That was the third shot that he, it's a clear shot to his
And I don't know how he didn't finish it.
And he does that extremely well. Jackson giving him fits on the finishing end, but hey, get back in there. Jackson doing some good job defending. Less than 10 seconds left in the second period here. And that's the way it'll go to the third. 4-1.
So Minnesota gets choice on this.
4-1. The coach is kind of deliberating here. Looks like a little bit of what are they going to do?
Looks like he's going to go down.
Do they want to cut him? Do they want to ride him? Looks like they're going to try to ride. Wanzek goes down. 4-1 in favor of your Indian wrestler, and 1:31 ride time for him.
Wanzek up to his feet. Jackson with the lift and return. Nice chop.
Very nice chop. Wanzek's going to have to make a move here quick. He's got some scoring to do once he gets back to his feet. And up to his feet, fighting hands, and
looks like that little scramble is wearing Jackson out a little bit. This could be a good,
I think they're both
good, interesting third period.
I think they're both at the same place. It's who's gonna fight for it, who wants it more at this point. It's
no.
Jackson with a good sweep single there, gets the leg up.
He's long.
Wanzek fighting the hands, get that arm out. And again, just the
2 points.
And we've seen it 5 times throughout this match. Just the Nate Jackson athleticism. I mean, just taking over. I mean, he took a position where he was kind of out of position. Wanzek made a great move going for that back hip, and
he's that Nate Jackson. He's number 11 for a reason. Great situation wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, Wanzek with the elbow pass into a shot. A different.
And
Jackson shows his defense.
Hips. Strong hips. And
that's another 2 points for Jackson. So he's up 8-3 with about 2:15 riding time.
Yeah.
There's 20 seconds left in third period.
And Wanzek, I mean, that'll beat you down when you've had 5-6 opportunities where on most people you're going to finish those shots he was getting in on. Hey, I finish this shot every day in the room. I finish this shot in a match all the time. And Jackson, great defense. Right. Credit to him. Great defense.
You know, when Wanzek goes back to watch film, he's probably going to be beating his head against the wall, just going, man, I was in so many times. Deep, too. I'm not just talking about got his fingers on the leg, but
deep, leg up, leg up, ready to finish, ready to run through a Barzagar or something like that, and just wasn't able to.
Gophers, who is 8-8. Both guys, 500 records. Let's see what happens here.
Let's mix it up. Let's see some good wrestling. And I'll tell you, Chris Pfarr, one of my favorite guys to watch on the Gophers. The guy is he's got a motor, and he just doesn't stop moving his hands, moving his feet, working for takedowns. The one thing that he could really, really improve on, and I think he probably knows this better than anybody, is just actually turning the hand motion into angles and opening up shot opportunities.
We like to call that moving your feet with your hands.
Yep, exactly. And that you nailed it. It's
in on a low single. Matt, Irick feeding him the hips a little bit there. Yep. Then on a reshot.
Switching. All right. Got an interesting takedown.
Takedown Indiana, so we're going 2-0, quick escape, 2-1, 5-second ride time. Be great if we saw that type of pace the entire match. But,
oh yeah,
man,
you're gonna see it. Chris Pfarr loves to wrestle that pace. He loves to go. I think that we're gonna see. He likes to get after it, constantly moving his hands. Go to the underhook. All right, hey, underhook's maybe not working. Here, I'm gonna try something else.
So Chris Pfarr is a redshirt sophomore. Matt Irick is a redshirt junior.
Yep.
Wrestling close to the edge, not on the edge, but pretty close to it right now.
I read something that so obviously.
Look at this. They kept wrestling on the edge.
Yep. Here we go.
Far end coming out the back right there, but Irick keeps that leg. This is going to be a good match.
Yeah. They like to wrestle. They like to mix it up.
What are you saying? I'm sorry.
No, Irick from Indiana, Chris Pfarr from Minnesota. All 10 of your golfers tonight, Minnesota natives.
That's impressive.
It's exceptional. I don't know that we've that happens that often, and they're all Minnesota natives, and varying classes, but yeah, it's they started an all Minnesota lineup out in Vegas, and they're starting an all Minnesota lineup tonight. Pretty impressive. Nope, not yet.
Scrambled eggs, Matt won. Then Irick comes out on top and leading 4-1 with 8 seconds left. What do you think?
I bet he gets out.
Okay.
If I'm a bet man, I think he gets out. Christopher likes to move. 4-1, 8 seconds. Oh, gets on that ankle. Smart by Irick. Tie him up a little bit. Got a couple counts.
Tell you what, he kept moving though. Man, yeah, 1 more second.
It's close. Very close. Minnesota's choice. And we're going down. So 4-1. Nothing of ride time to speak of. 16 seconds for Matt Irick, but 4-1 decision or 4-1 call right now. 3-3 in the match. And Chris Pfarr out pretty easily. 20 seconds of ride time.
Digging that underhook in, right hand underhook.
He's looking for something. Double unders now.
Another thing about both these wrestlers is, a lot of time at the D1 level, you have to be a state champ or a couple of times state champ to wrestle in the Big Ten at the D1 level. Both guys had pretty good high school careers, but, neither were state champs in their respective states, but, have really developed into, some top-tier wrestlers.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's all about that drive. You know, like, I'm unhappy with the way my high school career finished, and I think I'm better than that. And so you go to a program like Indiana or Minnesota, and you keep grinding until you see the light. You see a light at the end of the tunnel, and hey, all of a sudden you're in a Division I, a Big Ten, competing for national championships type squad.
Doing
lineup.
what your coaches tell you to do.
Exactly, following instructions and just being coachable, and just that never give up attitude, and that's a credit. I think that's not only a credit to these two guys down on the mat. I think it's a credit to the sport of wrestling in general. Just that's just a testament to what sometimes it takes, to make it happen.
Recognize that these kids didn't hit their ceiling at high school. There's a lot more growth afterwards.
Absolutely. Nice high C attempt there. Well defended by Irick. And we're 6-3. 6-3 in favor of Irick. Going into our third period, Indiana wrestler chooses the defensive down position. 30 seconds of riding time. Don't suppose that's going to become a factor at all in this match.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, is Pfarr going to look for that 4-point near fall, or is he going to try to ride him out a little bit?
Now, what I've seen of Pfarr this year so far, no pun intended, doesn't really have a turn. I haven't seen him really crank on anybody and put anybody in danger from the top position. So I wonder how long the coaches are going to let him ride here, and I think they're probably going to, maybe kick it out here pretty soon and try to, make it up with takedowns. But I guess we'll see. .128 left on the clock. Still a 3-point margin for Irick.
So Egham gives him the nod. Let's go neutral and see what happens.
So he's going to cover him, but it looks like from the coaching staff that he's going to, as soon as he stands up, give him a free pass to either turn or cut. Maybe not.
Throws a hook in. All right.
And we're back to our feet.
Now it's time for a big move.
1:05 to go.
Could we see some airtime?
Let's see some airtime. Let's see if Chris knows how to get a guy's body going through the air to his back.
So 7-3, Irick going in closing seconds. 40 seconds left in third period. Looks like a lot of hand fighting going on right now. Middle of the mat.
Irick doing a good job just kind of defending his lead. Hand fighting. Chris Pfarr not really putting him in too dangerous of a position. Underhook here. Ref hits him. 1 point. Stalling.
So that's going to be 5-7. 5 seconds left in third period.
It looks like that's the way this one will go into the books. 4-7 in favor of Matt Irick from Indiana over Chris Pfarr from Minnesota. And I would venture to say that Chris Pfarr's match for the Gophers there at 84, but just a match we didn't come up with.
And probably more important, these guys right now are fighting for Big Ten seats.
Yep, exactly. That's a good point. Now we've got 197. Our number 6 ranked Brett Pfarr from LeSueur, Minnesota, same town as his brother, Chris Pfarr, and against 197-pound Jake Masengale from Indianapolis, Indiana. Brett Pfarr right away on the drag by. Russian tie. And Brett Pfarr, we've talked about it earlier.
He's a stud.
He's a stud. He's a real stud, and he's moved up from 84, and he is every bit of 97. Gave Jaden Cox, a guy who's been to the national finals, everything he wanted in the finals of the Cliff Keen out in Vegas, and really, really excited to see what Brett is going to continue to do this year. Beat Max Huntley from Michigan, who was just ranked just above him, and I think really is kind of putting the word out there that he's a contender. He's a contender at 97, and really no reason to think that he couldn't be a guy who somehow finds his way come March time into really deep in the tournament.
Right. Now this could be just possibly a little bit interesting here. I've had a chance to watch Masengale wrestle quite a few times in high school, and I say this
you were saying.
But he does like that upper body position.
Yeah.
And but then Pfarr's right in on the takedown, finishes that.
Yep. And just kind of ran him down. Just kind of got
bulldogged him.
Exactly. Got past his arms. Masengale, just kind of laxed up, and Pfarr was just able to run it down.
Would you want that guy run at you?
No, not in a million years. Wow. Pfarr doing a good job keeping those hips just glued to the mat. Got Masengale's hips just glued to that M right now. Working a bar. Got the arm on the back. Here he's got the bar locked. He's looking for that.
We got swipes.
We got swipes.
That's gonna be tough.
He's looking for that dirty. Get him.
There you go. The first mat slapping of the night. We got Brett Pfarr with the pin over Jake Masengale in the first period.
Masengale not happy. Pfarr did a great job getting that bar on the back, and I think he kind of caught him by surprise. I think maybe Masengale's looking for him to be driven over that shoulder like you would traditionally do, a chicken wing bar, but Pfarr just quick slips it back, catches the chin of Masengale and puts him in all kinds of trouble. You got the replay going on here, and then easy mat slap there for the referee.
Tell you what,
anytime you can get the swipes out, and they're looking for it justified, but I feel like they're quick on it just because 2 swipes, 2 points, 4 swipes, 4 points.
And in a business standpoint, they're going to get paid the same amount of money no matter how long the match goes, right?
That's right. That's exactly right. But I think maybe they just want to see a good match too, and when you get those points involved, somebody's got to come back from a deficit. So, and here we are at heavyweight. Number 9, Michael Kroells against
the coach's son.
The coach's son, Garret Goldman. And we've talked about this a little bit. There's Garret Goldman is a great wrestler. There might be a better heavyweight on Indiana's squad, but he's not sure why he's out there.
Well, I know there's that Fletcher Miller who was a very solid 220-pounder at the prep level, and I don't know if he's looking to wrestle heavyweight or if they're trying to suck him down to 197 or what the deal is, but I know that he was or is a pretty solid guy, and but Garrett still has a couple years left too, so maybe they're just that's some trouble that you have every once in a while when you try to get your best guys in the lineup. Now I tell you what, I really enjoy watching Kroells wrestle here.
Yeah.
And I hope we see the cross country tonight.
I want to see the cross country. Mac Ryder not in tonight on the call. He tweeted out before the match. This is the second duel that he's missed since he
2003.
Yep, since he came to the University of Minnesota, and he was not happy about that.
Should we talk about why he's not here?
Well, I don't think we need to put him on blast out here or anything like that. But he's not here. He is elsewhere, and I know that he's having a good time wherever he may be. But as he did coin the cross country phrase, I hope that we see it as well. So come on, Michael, give us the cross country. 40 seconds left in the first period. 0-0 match, and there was an attempt at the cross country. I think a little bit of a little cross step in there.
He knows what the crowd wants. And Kroells, another guy who made it to the finals last weekend at the Cliff Clean,
and ran into a guy. He's gonna have to go back and look at match tape and figure out how he's gonna attack the Virginia Tech wrestler, because he's good.
Yeah,
that Tyler Waltz is a heck of a wrestler.
That's the type of guy that you might see, in an All-American round, or heck, even in the
semifinals.
Right.
It could be something like that. But he was in on Michael's legs at will, pretty much all. When he wanted to take a shot, he was in on his legs. So Michael's going to have to go back at the film. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm vulnerable, and shut down those openings for the next time that they see each other, because it will happen again. Ty Waltz, a junior, ranked number 2 in the country. Michael Kroells, a junior, ranked number 9 in the country. They're going to see each other again, and probably this season. So
Kroells with the escape, and right away on a single finishes the takedown, and he's leading 3-0.
I can't imagine how Dwayne Goldman feels watching.
That's tough.
It's
not just the fact that Kroells is winning right now, but just the anxiety of coaching a whole team, but also the fact that your son's on it.
Yep, I just can't even imagine what his heart, his mind, is doing. And Garret, a good wrestler who's he's going to win some matches at heavyweight. He's not going to, the odds are against him qualifying for the national tournament. I would say at this point, and so he's going to get out there. He's going to take his lumps against some Big Ten heavyweights that are very good. Adam Kuhn, Michael Kroells, Medbury from Wisconsin. There's going to be some guys out there that are really going to hand him the business. And
Iowa's heavyweight's a big guy too.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's got to be tough for Coach Goldman down there. But hey, he's going to get those victories too, and that's got to be nice to see your boy out there get some wins.
And it's probably a fun experience too.
Yeah.
And so this is J-Rob's 30th year as head coach for the Golden Gophers. Man, what a program he's built.
Wild.
And it's Goldman's 23rd, I think we saw.
23rd year.
Both guys have Iowa connections.
Yeah. Two of the vets. I would say probably if I'm thinking about it, probably the most tenured coaches in the Big Ten. I can't think of a.
I have to
Minkle. How long has Minkle been at Michigan State?
And then the Michigan State or Michigan coach.
Yeah, but he hasn't been there 20 plus, has he?
Well, before he was at Michigan, he was IU's head coach.
Yeah.
So probably. McFarland's probably been at Michigan around the same time.
Probably right around the same time, yeah.
Oh, cross country.
Cross country.
Oh, close. So 3-0, third period. Minnesota. We got about 1:20 left.
Yep.
And even though it's 3-0, Kroells does have 1:30. About 1:30 riding time.
Kroells a guy who likes to score too. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another takedown here before the end of the match. Minute left in the match.
Just one of those guys who likes to end the match on top. And
yep. See how easy he just slid out of those double unders. Those guys, those big boys down there, they get a little sweaty.
Yeah.
Slid right out of it, right underneath. Woo! Just countries it up.
Yeah.
Country strongs it up.
No takedown. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Now, he was pretty extended when he got underneath there of Goldman, and he just country strong, picked that big boy up.
Right out the back door.
Yep, right up the back door. And
honey, I'm home.
Finish his sort of takedown.
And he has a leg in. I don't know if I've ever seen, it was a short time he had it in, but I don't think I've ever seen Kroells throw a leg in.
Just full of surprises. Winding down, 2 seconds left. Kroells going to run out of this one with a 6-0 victory over Garret Goldman from Indiana. And the Gophers go into the break with a 12-6 lead over the Indiana Hoosiers. And I love